Totem Shaman is the best Shaman deck right now, and it's sitting in the upper half of tier 2, so it's definitely not a bad deck to know how to play with. The deck is pretty fast, not too complicated, and also not too expensive, so it's not a bad choice for you to be climbing to Legend with. In this video I'll give you a quick guide about the deck, show you its mulligans, as well as its win rates, and also some of the games from the last coaching session we had with it. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant we used, and this one is the most populated list right now, with about 55% win rate for the last 3 days. The main difference from the other variant, which has a bit of a smaller sample size, is that it's not running a couple of Famished Fools, but instead it's running a couple of Gorlock Ravagers, which also makes some sense, because you do have Amalgams as well as the Mistake. And there's also a couple of Clownfish actually, so there is plenty of Murlocs in that one, as well as Radgill. But so far this one is a lot more populated, with similar stats, so we go with that. What you want to be doing with this deck is you want to be building sticky boards that the opponent can't really deal with over and over again. And you gotta be careful how you actually plan your turns in order to actually maximize on your gains. You can make your boards a lot harder to deal with if you manage to stick an Anchored Totem before that. And you could actually set up something like Tour Guide and Weapon before you actually play an Anchored Totem, so you actually have enough things to summon on the turn where you play this. This also works great with things like Schooling, because all of those fish are 1-drops and this buffs all of them. And another cool thing you could be doing with the totem as well is you can actually drop your thing from below down to 1 mana and then play it, and that still counts as a buffed 1-drop, as well as the Gigantotem. We also have Totemic Evidence in here, which is amazing when it gets infused, but in some cases you just tempo it out early so you can actually not fall behind on the board too much. With Amalgam you're obviously trying to copy extra totems, and if you manage to find something like Grand Totem that would be amazing, but also things like Party Favorite Totem can be insane as well. We obviously have the legendary Stone Rife, and she makes your totems a lot more respectable, and we also have Bloodlust, which can take the game out of nowhere. Radgill is extremely important in this deck as well, and if you play it on a full board, that's like basically buffing your board with +6/+6. Even though you will be having to trade minions so they actually die, and Death Rattle +1/+1. But you can definitely be pretty sneaky with this one and make some pretty sticky boards like that. We also have a couple of Ancestral Knowledges in here so you can have some extra card draw, as well as the Famished Fool, which serves the same purpose. For the matchups, here's what the stats show, and you're not gonna be very happy if you manage to find Outcast Demon Hunters, as well as Miracle Rogues, and also Frost Death Knight can be pretty hard because they're gonna freeze lock you. But the rest looks pretty good, or even positive, even though I'm not exactly sure why Blood Death Knight is a positive matchup for you, but maybe Radgill can help you in this one, I guess. For the mulligan, here's what the stats show going first, and you're always gonna want your Carving Chisel, your Tour Guide, and your Grand Totem as well. Totemic Evidence also feels like a good keep, same goes for Mistake, and also Stone Rife. I'd also always keep Anchored Totem, and if you already have a good curve going, Party Favorite Totem can also be pretty good. Schooling, I also think should be always a keep though. And when on the coin, the situation is pretty much the same, but even things like Amalgam become a bit more keepable here. Even though they're not super amazing, they're still an okay keep. All around that's it for the deck. Like I said, it's not too expensive nor complicated, so if you want to be playing Shaman right now, this would be the way to go. Now, let's check out some of the games on the last coaching session. Hope you enjoy. Okay, Priest is supposed to be a decent matchup for us. Okay, what are you thinking here? Wait, you already
Pop
kept...
some fishies in turn.
Okay, well, we're supposed to be discussing the mulligans. It's kind of the whole point.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
We cracked open the Schooling here.
I had a blood, the +3 attack card, and
Bloodlust?
the amalgam.
Okay.
Yeah, and I kept the amalgam and the fish.
Is not really something that you really keep too often, honestly. Amalgam is a okay card, but it's literally your third worst card for a win rate. So it's not something you should get baited by keeping just because it's a 2-drop. Like your hero power is a 2-drop as well, and it's kind of serving the same purpose in it.
Alright, I see.
You rarely actually get to stick something on turn 1 as well. Okay, here... I think here you can just hero power. You don't really want to be over-committing to the boards. This guy seems to be a control overheal priest, I think. I've seen some shit like that. It's still basically control. We're supposed to be okay against control as well. Like, Sounds odd, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, you don't want to be just pumping out some small minions without a real game plan. Like, you kind of want to be able to actually build something that sticks, not just, like, for instance, here, you could have just dropped a couple of fish and cleared a 1-3, and what did we do? We basically spent 3 mana killing his 1-drop. So, the main purpose for the fish is you want to kind of combo him with the Anchored Totem. That would be a really huge play for you. And also, you kind of want to be able to actually play them all 3 at the same time, so you can actually deal with something very large without losing the +1 benefits. Fuck is this guy
That's funny
doing?
you say that, because that's probably exactly what I would have done.
Exactly. So you literally would have spent 3 mana dealing with his 1-drop, which is not even an important 1-drop. Okay, easy game, easy life. Take those any day.
Take that.
Okay. But yeah, with this deck you need to be somewhat greedy in order to actually build a lasting board. You don't want to just drop cards each turn. You kind of want to make an impactful board, which the opponent can't actually deal with easily. And, like, if just tempoed here a couple of fish, we would have been in a huge disadvantage. Like, yeah, you dealt with the 1-3, but kind of doesn't matter much, because it's just a useless 1-drop. Okay, seems like a mirror. Alrighty, and now we are talking about our mulligans. We're not confirming anything before we have discussed things. Alrighty, what are you thinking here?
Honestly, toss all of it. Probably what I would have done.
Yeah, none of these are really something you're looking for. Your main things you're looking for in your mulligan, especially going second, would be Chisel, Totemic Evidence, Store Guide, Grand Totem, Anchored Totem, and even things from below is something you could consider, but that's something you only keep if you're already curving out well, and this is far from well. You can also be considering the Mistake and also the Stone Wraith, but other than that, the rest is usually a toss unless you have a great... I mean, Schooling is also not a bad keep, honestly. But yeah, this is a full toss.
Yeah. And you said keep the Stone what? This guy?
The Stone Right, the 4-drop legendary dude, yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay. This hand is not amazing, but it's somewhat okay. Turn 1 we Mistake, turn 2 Hero Power, turn 3 Potential Coin. Okay, that makes it a lot better. But we still stick with the... I think you still open up with the Mistake. Opening up with the Carving here, it costs you the coin, doesn't gain you that much. Like, if we did not have a 1-drop, sure, by all means. But costing you the coin here, not a great idea. Okay. Might be able to do a turn 4 Radgill, honestly, the way things are looking, if this guy don't do much. I mean, so far things are not looking anything, but if this guy does not actually do much, Radgill on curve on turn 4 could be insane. Because you will have about 3-4 minions. Potentially.
Okay.
And if you actually manage to kill off one of your minions, that'd be huge. Okay, this is sad, because now you actually don't have a way to deal with this. And he will probably vomit out a good chunk of stuff. But the good thing is, next turn you're also being able to actually do a lot. Because this turn we are equipping the Chisel. And next turn we're probably playing the Anchored Totem plus Hero Powering next turn. And with the weapon swing, that's going to be a couple of minions getting the +2/+1. Yeah, double trade into the 0/3. We got to get rid of it as soon as we can, and that's how we're doing it. If, however, we actually don't have a great way of actually killing this 0/2, we might actually consider coining out the Stone Wraith, because that is going to give you a good chunk of stats to actually be able to trade through taunts and shit. Good news is this guy hasn't cracked open a fresh can of fish, so we got that going for us, but he is also still going to be able to actually put a decent chunk of stats on the boards. No taunt, por favor.
Damn it, boy.
Bullshit, but still, it's, no, now it's not dealable for you, so we will probably have to Stone Wraith. Well, that's crap as well. That's even crappier, Sag. But I still feel that's the line to go with, because you're just gonna trade the Mistake into the 2/3 and your face is gonna kill the 2/1, and we're still gonna be decent on the board like that. Yeah, mistake kills, face kills the 2-1. How's that for a mistake? Taunt one time? Nah. Well, it's fine-ish. Second best, I guess.
Take it, baby.
Going off with some Totem Shaman for starters board, and after that we're going with Ghost Flow. Not sure what he's up for today. Might try some Tony Druids. Might try some Big DH again. Frost Decay. Hell, might even go for this new spell DH. It's definitely a complicated deck, but he's up for it. We might give it a go. Tony sounds good.
Yeah, the other one's playing the other day.
I'm not sure everyone should be playing that deck because it's far from the simplest thing out there. It's super complicated to actually play it well. But yeah, it is something to give it a go. Okay, do you see the play?
What I would do is probably I'd probably Totem. Wait, I don't think I do. Can I take? I need to get. I want to get rid of the totem with my other totem. And
Yeah,
kill
that's
the amalgam.
definitely happening. You're not killing the amalgam though. You're killing the 0-2 because that's the problem. The amalgam is just a measly 2-3.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, 2-2 kills the 2-2. 2-2 kills the 2-2. 4-2 kills the 0-2. You put down the 2-mana anchoring totem. You go
And
face with the
chisel,
weapon
and
after
then hero
that.
power.
And you hero power, and this thing from below is also gonna be playable for you. And we're doing that as well. And this was what I was talking about. These are boards
And
the
then
opponents
Radgill.
can't really handle right now.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Funny
dude.
thing about the thing from below is if you actually were able to play it for 1 mana, that would have gotten buffed through your anchor totem, but for this turn we couldn't really fit in the extra 1 mana, so we had to discount it fully. But it is something to think about. Like if we were floating 1 mana, for instance, right now, you would have actually played Think from Below first and Hero Power last, and that way
that's
you would have
crazy.
cheated out +2/+1 from the totem.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yep. And it's getting even nastier because Radgill GG. Cool story, Bob. Carter Daddy. Joke's on you, we're into that shit.
Good lord, Janice.
Okay, wait a moment. Let's think a little. Can we make things even nuttier? Because right now this Radgill doesn't really have much of targets to actually die for us to buff everything else. We have 1 target, 2 targets. 2 targets, that ain't bad. Alternatively, if we play Anchor Totem and Hero Power, we're still not going to be able to play Gigant Totem. So yeah, let's go with the 5-mana Radgill. The 4/3 Taunt kills a Taunt. The 4/3 Heal Totem kills a Taunt. The 4/3 Mistake kills itself into the 4/2.
To the 4/2.
Yes, that guy.
Oh boy.
3/4 kills the 0/3. And the rest is, it can go face, I'd say. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Alrighty. Disgusting.
Man, I love that.
Yeah, you gotta be able to really push your advantage with this deck as well, because you saw how we made some kind of weird looking trades, but I mean we had to get through the taunts. We could have actually gotten a second dude killed here, but I'm not sure it was really worth getting a second dude dying. So this felt proper.
I guess I underestimated that card. I've never used it
Who,
like that.
Radgill?
I've kind of used it as like a I never like kill my own minions with it. I just send everything
Radgill is
face and
just
they wait on them to
insane.
kill me.
Radgill is literally give your minions +5/+5 if you play it with enough things to kill. Because just that death route was super powerful. Okay, what are you thinking here?
Toss thing from below, keep the rest.
What are we playing against?
It looks like a paladin.
What kind of paladin do you think it is?
Probably. If I had to get, I've only ever seen. Is it pure paladin where they have all the shields? They
Yeah,
stack
these
them
are the
up
things you
with
need
the
to
red
ask
girl, the
yourself in
spin
order
one?
to understand what you're wanting to actually do against them. Pure paladins have access to the 2-mana 2/3 that shrinks down your minion down to 1/1. So even if you manage to cheat out this thing from below, he's still probably going to be able to fuck it up quite easily, and also it's not something you normally keep. So yeah, we only removed the 6-drop. The rest is premium.
Yeah. And a little disclaimer. I don't know if... Oh, that's pretty good. I started playing about a week and a half ago.
Oh shit, okay.
So I'm still trying to familiarize myself with all the decks. And...
Okay, cool. Yeah, Totem Shaman is an interesting deck as a starting point. It's one of the decks that's not super complicated, but you see these little intricacies that really can make it over the top. I think you start off with the Mistake here instead. What you should be expecting from this guy to be playing on turn 1 would be a 2-1 minion, a 1-1 minion with Divine Shield, 2-1 with a Divine Shield, all sorts of 1-1s, basically. So this Mistake is actually dealing with those quite easily. Okay, what do you think is a good play here?
Whenever I play Paladins, I usually try to keep them off the board. So I probably
that is exactly what you should be doing. With your deck, when you're facing a board-centric deck, you also have to be very board-centric in terms of clearing it. Because you basically want to be taking the good value trades, and you basically want to preserve a decent board so you can actually bloodlust into their face at the end. Yeah, week and a half. Wait, didn't you say... Wow, did you fucking reach Diamond 2 in 1 weekend?
Yes, Frost Decay.
Okay, Frost Decay is actually not a very traditional deck. Cool.
It's the first deck I built. I just played it a lot.
It's definitely not a bad one. Okay, right now we definitely need to clear this 1-3, that's for sure. We did want to play the Grand Totem, but with this 1-3 on the board, you definitely gotta respect it, and it's gonna cost us the schooling, so let's whip out a couple of fish.
Would you throw all of them on the board?
You can throw only 2 of them, so that's what we do. And
yeah, as many as we can.
You have Radgill in your hand, so let's think a little. Technically, we could make the trade with the 1-3 and actually preserve the 2-1 like that. It is costing us 1 damage for the face right now, but I think it's a little bit more interesting. So let's go with the 1-3, your face, and the 1-1 Piranha killing the 1-3. So this way you preserve the 2-1 Piranha for better days. And next turn, playing just a single Piranha is gonna give you a free 1 Piranha that can actually go face or just trade again. And we also had the Healing Totem, so trading with the Mistake was not a bad idea, especially in that case. So the only thing that this cost us right now was 1 damage to the face, which, if all things go well, we should get the 1 extra damage on the face from the fish next turn, so it is better. Okay, looking pretty hot. This guy ain't doing much. Do I think Spell DH is getting nerfed? Probably not super fast, but eventually it should get nerfed. Yeah, I do believe so, Gary. Wow, that's gonna be perfect soon. So.
Let's see. I'd probably...
Also, don't forget that the totemic evidence actually requires actual totems to die, so the fish are not infusing your thing.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we've all been there. We definitely want to be playing the Grand Totem here, plus 1 extra Piranha.
Yep.
And then... the 1-1 Piranha pokes a Divine Shield. The 1-1 Piranha pokes it. Your face plus the 1-3 kill it, and the rest is face. It's also getting healed back, so we are very happy with this board state, and he should honestly be conceding right about now. Even if he doesn't, next turn Radgill is just the final nail. Final nail in the coffin. Bit too late for that, brother. Bit too late for that. Okay, right now the fish is gonna be a perfect way to actually trade, so you can actually get that extra buffs. But in order to make it even better, you have to consider how you can kill off a second minion. Okay, I thought he was gonna be conceding. But here we would have tried to kill 2 minions, because that would have been better for us in the long run. But there was no long run, because this guy just did. Best concoctions on turn 2, draw 4. Draw 4 Kex, always. Okay, Anchoring Totem is great. Totemic Evidence is something you also keep. Is the free mana totem worth it? It is. It is definitely worth it.
Toss the
What
Radgill.
the hell? What am I even looking at right now? Oh, I saw it. Wait a moment, actually. Against the Druid, I have a feeling we actually should be able to Radgill on curve. Mostly.
Keep the whole thing.
I think it's worth keeping the whole thing just because it works well like this. Party Totem is not something you normally keep, and Radgill is something you normally don't keep, but with a hand like this, I think we're gonna be able to make it work. Let's see what he does on turn 1. Not happy about that. It is what it is. So... let's just Totemic Evidence. Totemic Evidence for, maybe is not the taunt, maybe the something that he might actually consider ignoring. Let's take the Healing Totem.
Healing Totem?
Yeah, let's try that. If he decides to ignore it, it might actually work out good for us. Because this way he can't even just poke. If he pokes with the 1-1 and still plays something else, he's not really doing much. Okay, he's thinking about playing the cat. Yeah, sure. In this case, this Amalgam is better. Yeah, let's do Amalgam. These are interesting.
Do Mistake. And then do Anchored Mistake.
It's not horrible, but also the party favorite totems are not horrible. I think the party favor is gonna be better.
Right on.
Alrighty, that's all. Because now he's probably hero power including both of these. And that's gonna infuse him. There you go. Hero powers into the other one. He should have played it differently. He should have, well, I guess if he wanted the card draw, this was correct, sure. Perfect. There we go. 2 infused party totems coming right up. So now this turn we played a left party totem, because that's the one you actually run in your deck. And this way you're hiding the information that you actually discovered the second one. So yeah, play the left one first. And next turn we're probably playing the 2-mana Anchor Totem into the Coin Party Favor Totem, and that's gonna have a couple of dudes buffed. We could also just Weapon plus Anchoring Totem next turn as well, but this should be better. Sure. Okay, so this guy's running the Mishmasher. Duly noted. He's definitely lucky with the cheap stuff. Right, so play the 2-mana Anchoring Totem. And coin out the party favor. And just go face with that. There we go. Couple of buff dudes coming right up. Please be taunts. Or, you know, whatever. But yeah, something to remember is hero powering. You can only hero power up until the point you have 4 different totems on the board. That's something that might actually screw up your play. You can only get unique totems from your hero power, is what I'm saying. One of the 4 totems. Taunt, healing, buffing, and the 1-1. So right now, even if there was room right now, you were not going to be able to hero power next turn.
What would it do?
Nothing. It's not even going to be active for you. You won't be able to press it.
Wow.
Okay, let's think a little. Definitely worth dropping 2 gigantic totems. Do we actually need them to get buffed, or do we prefer for them to be 0? I think we prefer them to get buffed because we don't really have the mana to spend on them anyway. So 1 mana gigantic.
1 mana gigantic. Oh!
And gets
Do
the
both of them
buff.
buffed?
We don't have room for all of the things we can actually do this turn.
Should we kill off our totems?
No, you don't. I mean, technically we could, but it's not really benefiting us too much. Equip the weapon. Equip the weapon, you're not attacking with it. Put down the 0 mana Gigant Totem and hero power. Attack with the 2 totems from the board and nothing else. Just face. Yeah, there you go. Okay. This way we basically preserve the gain extra totem on the board next turn from the weapon, because we're not gonna actually have the mana to play Radgill plus the weapon next turn. So this way you ensure that we're gonna be able to put an extra body on the board before Radgilling. This time for real, not fucking it up like last game. Yeah, this way you have the biggest amount of board. Good news is this guy already used 1 Innervate, so he is not even able to play Mishmasher into double Innervate immune onto it, and that gives him a full clear. So we should be looking to close this game in the next 2 turns before he's actually able to Mishmasher us. I mean, we're always looking to close the game, but there's a very serious threat coming. Because he literally has a 10 mana. Oh, actually, now he is able next turn to make the fucking Mishmasher. Shit. That's real bad now. Oh, never mind. Never mind then. We could have also
so what's a Mishmasher?
Mishmasher is an 8 mana rush minion that, whenever it attacks, it also attacks a random minion, and it keeps attacking random minions until it dies. But the thing is, these assholes combo it off with the minion that makes it immune this turn. And that basically means that the Mishmasher is gonna attack until your board is empty. Alrighty, man. Well, all around, good stuff. You saw the different things we were actually doing instead of what you normally would do. Basically retaining a little bit of gas for your future turns instead of just playing the best thing you could every turn. Turn planning is something you really should be thinking about when trying to improve in Hearthstone, and it's not always playing the best card as soon as you can play it.